Hey everybody, welcome to our first podcasting episode. Isn't it exciting? This is your Rockingham County Schools Avenger. And here we go. Let's take a look at the most recent Rockingham County School Board meeting. Amanda Bell, the board chair, starts it off.
Not too sure. Let me begin by stating the Rockingham County Edition 2020 StateMENT. The Rockingham.
Now she says the StateMENT. That's not actually how you say the word. Let's hear what the correct pronunciation is.
StateMENT. StateMENT.
You know, that's part of the problem. When you have somebody who doesn't know how to speak English, when this is their native language, and they continually mispronounce words, and they misconjugate words, it leads you to think, maybe somebody like that should not be the chairwoman and should not be on the Board of Education. But Miss Bell is not the only one who should not be there. Let's hear the vision statement, or as she says, StateMENT.
Schools will empower each child to be lifelong learners.
Empire. No, it's not an Empire State Building, but go ahead.
Equipped to contribute to a changing, complex society. We do have the Sawyers with us here again tonight. They will be videoing the meeting so that we can share later with those citizens in the community who would like to watch the board meeting.
Here's Bob Wyatt. Bob Wyatt's kind of a funny guy. And I kind of like Bob Wyatt, even though he's a bit of a knucklehead. Let's hear what he says.
She had blonde hair. She was different. She had blonde, okay. Anyway. I'm not saying, I'm not referring to organized, I watched it. Okay. Well, do you remember how she came into being? She was made by the evil forces.
What in God's name is he talking about? She was made by the evil forces. Holy cow. Maybe the only time that I'm ever in agreement with Virginia Hoover is right here when she's doing a face palm. But I kind of like Bob Wyatt. I haven't written a lot of good stuff about him, but he seems like he might be an alright guy to hang out with. Alright. Let's go forward a little bit. You haven't missed a whole lot. The meeting starts with Amanda Bell reading a few notices and then reading the mission statement, and then she talks about how to empire people. Now this is interesting. This point right here shows you number of people who have helped out the school system and who, a lot of them up there, have volunteered. They're not the $100,000 crowd. But if you look over here, that's the school board attorney. Now, Rockingham County Schools has not told me exactly how much she makes per hour yet. I had to bump up the request to the superintendent of schools, Rodney Shotwell, to try to get that information. They have not told me how much she makes yet. But she is sitting there watching this at an hourly rate. Some people say $220 per hour as we're giving out awards to volunteers. Does anybody else see the stupidity in this? These people have sacrificed their time. They are trying to make Rockingham County Schools a much better place, and they have volunteered their time. Recognition of the JA program for volunteers, for RCS. And this woman, making an incredible amount of money for Brooks Pierce, is sitting there and fumbling around on her laptop, killing time. Why are we paying her for the presentation of awards to volunteers? Coming up in part 2, we're going to take a look at this guy, Wayne Seymour. Wayne Seymour called one of our Board of Education members a liar. And the Board of Education that was there, without Wayne Kirkman, without Ron Price, without Brent Huss, the people there just sat and took it like a bad dog. Oh my goodness. How can we have an elected body in this county where we allow a member to be called a liar by a public speaker and nobody, and I mean nobody, said a single thing about it? We'll have Mr. Seymour's pontification, at least some of it, coming up in segment 2.